So we can announce that the 10 members of ALBA-TCP are also important partners in our financial instrument, which is the ALBA Bank. Please convey Prime Minister Drew our congratulations of this achievement. And I want to yield the floor to Linus Hendricks, Economic Development Minister of Grenada.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Esteemed comrades and friends, I bring you warm
les traigo saludos fraternales del primer ministro honorable Deacon Mitchell de Granada, de todo el gobierno y el pueblo de Granada.
I bring you salutations from the government and people of Grenada.
Asimismo, les transmito mis mejores deseos por una.
We bring you our best wishes for a fruitful meeting here today. We are very glad to be taking part in this 25th meeting of the Political ALBA Council as a demonstration of our commitment to the development of the region. Grenada, as an independent island country, believes in the right of peoples to self-determination without anyone interfering in their domestic affairs. Mr. President, if there is one thing that defines us as people, as a region, is the desire of our people to improve their lives and make a better world to live in, to have a better life for themselves and for others. It is a powerful instrument that we should embrace as our philosophy, and it should be the anchor of our motivation and the source of our inspiration to serve the peoples of the region. We're meeting in strange and unexpected times, where nationalist measures taken by the U.S. administration are in contradiction with the set ways in which businesses should be conducted on a worldwide stage. We should look inside, be more patriotic, believe more in ourselves, and work together, sharing our time, our talent, and our treasures, so that we may actually be economically independent. The 19th century was the century of Europe. The 20th century was the century of the United States and its allies. But the 20th century will be the century for development countries in Asia, Africa, and Latin America and the Caribbean to lead a process of world economic transformation. That process already began with the BRICS and its partners, and with countries like Venezuela, which has made a lot of technological progress and has improved its financial architecture. And all of this development, all the progress made is shared with every member state. In that regard, I thank the government of Venezuela for their exemplary support to the government of Grenada and the region and a clear demonstration of its commitment to regional integration and development.
Pero también necesito, señor presidente, expresar
But I also need to express
de manera enfática
emphatically
al pueblo y al gobierno de Cuba
to the government of Cuba and the people of Cuba
que sus intervenciones en recursos para el desarrollo y para mejorar la calidad de vida de su
that
pueblo
their efforts to improve the quality of their people have made them the most beloved country in our region, and we will defend them and protect them
contra cualquier intento que
against
trate de
any
reducir
attempt to
el potencial del pueblo de esta región.
have their potential of the region diminished. Mr. President,
Si significa que tenemos que renunciar a nuestros derechos de visa para asegurarnos de que Granada apoye a Cuba como uno de los países que ha apoyado
if
a
we need to
Granada
renounce to our
en
veto
todas las
right
situaciones, lo
to
haremos,
support
porque
Cuba,
tenemos una obligación
we
moral de
will
apoyar a
do
Cuba
it
y a su
because we
pueblo
are
en
morally
todo momento.
obliged to support
De
Cuba
esta manera,
and its
señor
people
presidente,
on every
hacemos un
occasion.
llamado
Therefore,
a la actual administración de Estados
we
Unidos
urge the current
para que
administration
cese de utilizar este vocabulario
to
derogatorio
stop using
para
derogatory
minimizar la
terms
dignidad de esta nacionalidad
to
y
diminish
pueblo
the integrity of this nationality and its people,
cuyos sacrificios han contribuido
whose
grandemente
sacrifice have greatly
a la
contributed
prosperidad
to the
académica y material de nuestra
academic
región.
and material prosperity in our region.
Nosotros en Granada,
In Grenada,
y le digo, señor presidente, yo
and I
personalmente
should tell you, Mr.
me
President,
gradué de la
personally,
Universidad
I
de Camagüey de Cuba.
graduated from the Camagüey University in
Hacemos un
Cuba.
llamado
So we
para la
urge
eliminación
for
del
a
embargo
lifting of the
definitivo
U.S.
que ha
blockade,
destruido el potencial de desarrollo
which
del
has
pueblo cubano,
destroyed the development
ha
potential of the Cuban
evitado la
people and has prevented
participación activa
an
de
active
Cuba en el
participation of
sistema
Cuba in the
internacional de
international trade system.
comercio.
Grenada will
apoyando
continue to
la
support
eliminación de este bloqueo.
the lifting of this blockade.
Señor presidente, recuerdo
So, Mr. President,
vívidamente
I remember vividly
en la cumbre anterior
that in the previous summit, ALBA-TCP
ha probado con el paso del tiempo que es un
has
mecanismo
proven
valioso
through the years that it is a valuable mechanism for dialogue, coordination, and political coordination,
miembros comprometidos
and that its member states are committed
y superar retos con
to
determinación.
contribute and surpass challenges.
Continuaremos luchando
We will
contra la
continue to
pobreza
fight against poverty
estando de pie por nuestros
and
pueblos.
standing tall for our
El
peoples
ALBA-TCP
because we
es
think
el
ALBA-TCP is
instrumento
the
ideal
ideal
que nos
instrument
permitirá
that will allow us
producir los
to
bienes y
produce
servicios que consumimos
goods and
y pagar
services
por
that we
aquellos
need to consume and to
consumimos, pero
pay
que
for
no
those
producimos.
that we consume but we do not produce.
Permítame reiterar, como lo hice
Allow me
durante la
to
cumbre,
reiterate, as I did through the summit, that Grenada and the Caribbean
desea hacer una revisión de
wish
la
to review the
de
classification
los países del Caribe como países en
of
desarrollo y que
countries in the Caribbean as developing countries, so that we need to measure vulnerability correctly.
como muchos otros países
Like many other countries, we are facing challenges.
de las instituciones internacionales
We have
como por
difficulties to
ejemplo
access financial funding, like from international organizations like the
hacer un llamado al
FM,
FMI para que relaje
the IMF.
medidas
We are urging the IMF to relax some of